Welcome back to another Hamilton, Burlington, and Oakville real estate market update. I do these videos every single month to help keep you guys informed on what's happening in the real estate market so that you can make a better, more informed decision whether you're looking to buy or sell. And in this market update, things have changed. You guys are gonna be surprised. If you've watched my previous market updates, you'll see that I've talked a lot about how the market's been declining. However, those days might be over. Let's dive right into this and start with Hamilton, Ontario. So if you take a look at this graph here, you will see in the month of December and January, we started to see the market leveling out. And in January, the average home price in Hamilton, Ontario was just over $750,000. Now, check this out for the month of February. We have seen the first increase in home prices, and this is actually happening across all of the GTA and the Halton region. February is the first month in over a year that we've seen the housing prices starting to go up. The average sale price now in February in Hamilton, Ontario is just over $800,000, which is a $50,000 difference. But also check this out. In January, the average day on market was 37 days. Now, the average day on market for February is 31 days. So the housing prices are starting to slowly go up in Hamilton, Ontario, and the average day on market is starting to go down, which means things are starting to get a little bit busier. Now let's take a look at the average sale price for each type of property in Hamilton, Ontario, starting with the condo. The average sale price for a condo right now in Hamilton, Ontario is just over $455,000. Now, the average sale price for a townhouse in Hamilton, Ontario is just over $710,000. The average sale price for a semi-detached home is just over $761,000. And the average price for a detached home in Hamilton, Ontario is just over $875,000. Now these prices are starting to increase. If you take a look at my January market update video, you will see that. Now Hamilton, Ontario's level out started to happen in December, and January remained level. Now February, things started to go up. The other surrounding cities didn't quite level out as quickly as Hamilton, and the reason for that is because so many people across the GTA and more expensive cities have been moving to Hamilton, Ontario because of its affordability, and they're relocating their families over there. A lot of people moved to Hamilton, Ontario in the last year, and almost 100,000 people left the GTA in the last year because of the home affordability. Now, let's jump into Burlington, Ontario and take a look at these market stats. And this is gonna surprise you as well. Now, of January in Burlington, Ontario, the average price was just over $916,000. Now let's take a look, fast forward to February. The average price for a home in February in Burlington, Ontario is now just over $1,064,000. And if you take a look at this graph here, you'll also see again that the average day on market in January was 30 days, and now in February it's 24 days. So again, we're seeing these changes all around. Now let's talk about the average price for each type of property. So the average price for a condo in Burlington, Ontario is just over $760,000. And the average price for a townhouse in Burlington, Ontario is just over $791,000. The average price for a semi-detached home in Burlington, Ontario is just over $975,000. And the average price for a detached home in Burlington, Ontario is just over $1,398,000. Now let's dive into Oakville, Ontario. And as we get closer to Toronto, you guys have to understand prices do start to increase. Oakville, Ontario, great place for families, great place to retire, voted as Canada's #1 city for safety multiple years in a row. It's a very beautiful place to be. So the truth is, home prices are more expensive. Let's dive into those numbers. Now for January, we saw that the average price for a home was just over $1,381,000. Now for February, we are also seeing an increase, and the average home price for February is just over $1,564,000. So you guys can see all across the board of Hamilton, Burlington, and Oakville, we saw the first home price increases in February, which is pretty crazy. Now let's dive into the average price for a home for each property type, starting with the condo. The average price for a condo in Oakville, Ontario is just over $1,158,000. Now this is a big difference compared to Hamilton and Burlington. The truth is, a lot of people choose to retire in Oakville and buy a condo because it's very convenient for them. There's less responsibility when it comes to condos. You don't have to take care of it as much because of those maintenance fees. There's also a lot less condos in Oakville, Ontario than there is in Burlington and Hamilton. So they're a little bit more in demand and those prices are higher. Now the average price for a townhouse in Oakville, Ontario is just over $1,219,000. The average price for a semi-detached home is just over $1,200,000, and the average price for a detached home in Oakville, Ontario is just over $1,920,000. Now, when you are talking about the detached home, we're talking about a 4 to 5 bedroom home with a double car garage, about 2,500 square feet and up. These homes are newer builds, they're absolutely gorgeous, so they are gonna come with a price. But trust me, you won't be disappointed if you do choose to buy one. Now it's very important you guys do keep up with these market updates if you're looking at buying or selling, because you want to know what equity you have in your home, what's happening in your local city, and if you choose to buy, you want to make sure that you're very informed with the numbers because the numbers don't lie. So every single month I share these videos, so make sure you subscribe, turn on the notifications, and I'll see you guys in the next market update.